Welcome back, everybody, and I'm rocking a red lip again. This is actually a cream lipstick that I got. I don't even remember when or where. It was probably given to me by my mother-in-law again because she knew I was doing more like pinup stuff for a while there. Today is going to be my quarter one of 2019 yarn acquisitions, and I don't think that I'm going to be doing a quarter two yarn acquisitions because I'm on a bit of a yarn diet. I got in a little bit of trouble because I bought too much yarn, you guys. I bought too much yarn. So let's start with this. I think I got this at Crafty Lady Trio up on haul because this looks like the type of bags that they use when you have a plastic bag. So I went a little nuts at Crafty Lady Trio a few weeks ago. It was actually more than a few weeks ago. I want to say this was like in February. Crafty Lady Trio tends to have a lot of sales on yarns that are out of season. They don't tend to hold on to yarns for too long. They seem to do quite a bit of business, and so I don't really think it's a case of needing to get yarns out. It's a big store, but I do love them. They're always so nice there, and they've always got a group of people sitting at their big table and knitting almost every time I'm in there. They change things up fairly frequently. It always looks kind of fresh and new. I'm really enjoying my time there when I go there. We don't get to go there as often as we used to. I used to live right across the street from it in the apartments that are there, but I just don't get to anymore. So it's only when we go up to Hull Road that I get to pop in there. And so my husband gave me a budget even though it was with some of my birthday money, because we were using so much of my birthday money to redo the craft room, which was my choice. I decided to use my birthday money for that. But he did give me a budget because he was like, okay, well, here's some birthday money from my parents, here's some birthday money from your parents, and here's some birthday money from our, our group funds. And so like our family funds paid for this as my birthday present. And I have a soft spot for Morrow. If you look, I have quite a bit of Morrow back here as well. I don't know why I like Morrow so much. I have a tendency to get Morrow when it's on sale, and this Morrow was on sale. This is Morrow Hannah. I took Japanese. I should be able to say this. If I'm pronouncing it the way I was taught Japanese, it's Haniwa. So, and I got enough, but it's color number 4. And I went through, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, I got 5 of them. So we'll talk about the yarn. I got 5 of these. They are, anyway, they knit up on size, 7 needles. It's 50% silk, 30% wool, 20% nylon. And I think I bought this to make myself a shrug. I wear a lot of these colors. You can see there's some blue in there to look good with jeans. I've got some teal in there to look good with a lot of my dresses. Brown, black, pretty much anything. And the great thing about this is I have a lot of dresses like this that are like black and white, and I can't wear my brown sandals with. Obviously this one isn't one of them that I'll be able to do this with, but I have some plain black dresses and I have some darker dresses that if I wear this, it's got some black in it, it's got some brown in it, and it's got some other colors in it. I can wear my brown sandals, which are my more comfortable sandals, with this because it'll coordinate a little bit better, and then I'll be able to do, more with my wardrobe. So I think I bought this to make myself a probably 3/4 sleeve shrug. More than likely. I'm a bigger girl, so it takes a little more, fabric for me to make things for myself. And then I got some Berroco Indigo, which is a recycled denim and cotton. And I will show you the colors in just 1 second, but it's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, and 219 yards. Knits, it's 95% cotton and 5% other fibers. And let's see, it is 20 by 28 for 4 inches on size US 7. And I got this pretty burgundy color and this pretty gray color. And I've always liked burgundy and gray together. I've always liked red and gray together. Ever since I was in high school, I used to work at a dress barn out in Howell. And I, being a redhead, it kept being suggested to me that I purchase this gray suit that I saw. And so I ended up buying it during the suit sale because I also got an employee discount, and then it gave me a suit to wear during the suit sale because I had to wear a suit during the suit sale. And I ended up buying a skirt to go with it and a red shirt, a bright red shirt. And at the time I was dyeing my hair much redder than it naturally is. And that's what I would wear to work. I would put my hair up in a nice formal looking bun. I had really long hair at the time. and I wore a bright poppy red shirt and a gray suit, and sometimes I would wear the long pleated skirt and it would look like I was right out of an anime, and sometimes I would wear the long jacket, and I ended up getting a short jacket as well that matched it, and then I would have pants, and everything was great. I could coordinate it as many different ways as I wanted. So that was my purchases from Crafty Lady Trio. And this is a yarn here from the Yarn Stop in Clawson that I bought this on a whim. I wasn't really thinking about the yarn itself and how it knit up when I bought it, because I was like, oh, I'm going to do like a faded with this. It's not going to work as a faded, so I've decided I'm going to do the To Be sweater from Knitty, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a sweater that's knit in a tube, and then you knit, so you start from sleeve to sleeve and you basically make a shrug. And then you pick up stitches along the back and front. So you start like at about here, because it's a nice square neck, and you pick up stitches, and then you knit down for the body of the sweater. And it's basically just 2 tubes that you've knit together. And it looks really cute. It's got a little bit of a bell sleeve, and that square neckline's very flattering on somebody with a very round face like me and a very short neck. It makes my neck look longer and leaner. And so that's what I'm going to end up doing with this. This is, somebody actually requested that I talk about this yarn in depth, and I will. I promise. I am going to sit down and talk about this yarn in depth. This is the Sugarbush Fibers Motley, and I got it in a couple of different colors. So let me try and get at least one of every color out. I got so much of this because the sweater that I'm going to end up doing with it is just, it needs a lot. Oh my gosh, did I really get this much? Oh my gosh, Amber, what did you do? This is why you're in trouble. This is why you're not allowed to buy any more yarn this year, Amber. This right here, this is why. Why? This is why. There may even be more of this floating around because this is all in one bag. I'll take them out one at a time, and then I'll cut out the parts that are repeats. So this is called Cool Cobalt, and it's got a lot of blue, brown, and gray, and the gray is definitely more towards a brownish gray, a warm gray, than a cool gray. And I know I've got more than one of this one. I bought more than one of almost all of them. So the put up on this is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams or 328 yards, which is great. It's 300 meters. And every time I have purchased a Sugarbush yarn, I have liked it. I haven't gotten a chance to purchase a ton of Sugarbush yarns, but I do like all of the ones that I've bought. So there's always that going for it. I've never been disappointed. And this yarn knits up real pretty. They had a sweater on one of their dress forms that was knit in this yarn, and it was gorgeous. So I don't remember what color it was, but I do remember that it was just really pretty, because this is another one of those long colorway self-striping. So it'll self-stripe in a sweater. And it is 60% superfine alpaca and 40% merino. So of course it's going to be soft and warm. I'm going to work on this, probably pick away at it over the summer, because it's a really easy, simple pattern to knit. There's really not a lot of thought to it. So this will be my mindless bring everywhere with me knitting. Which, when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere, by the way. I went to a drag queen house party last weekend, and I brought my So Faded sweater with me. And I sat and I knit while I was watching the drag show, because it was way too crowded in that house for my comfort. I don't like crowded spaces, but I was going there to support a friend. This one is Gold Dust. And I got this one because it looks like Ravenclaw colors. So you've got this beautiful, beautiful rich blue, a kind of brassy goldish color, and then another, this one's a very neutral gray. It's not that warm, it's not that cool, it's a very neutral gray. And this one, this is the one that caught my eye first. This is the reason that I decided to do a sweater out of this yarn, was this color, because it looks like Ravenclaw colors. So I know I got a couple of this. This is going to be one of like the main colors for the sweater. Oh, and here's the one that I got because it looked like Slytherin colors. I'm not a Slytherin personally, but I thought it looked like Slytherin colors. So this is Flecks of Forest. Is the colorway of this one, and this one has this beautiful rich green, and we're definitely into some more cool grays, and that's all it is. It's just cool gray and green, and it's got this very pewtery silvery look. I really, really love it. I think it's beautiful, and I'm looking forward to using that one too. This is the one that's going to bring those last two that I just showed you together. Okay, I'm just going to stop fighting with this dress because it just does not want to stay down on my shoulders. So this has a less rich, less jewel tone green, a slightly more jewel tone blue. Here you can see this side where the green is, and a cooler gray. And this colorway is Peppered Teal. And I fell in love with this color when I saw it. It's got green, it's got tealy blue, it's got gray. It's gonna look really good on me. And the To Be sweater is very colorful in its piece. It's like a black base sweater that's got big old stripes of color. I'm not even going to have to stripe anything. I'm just going to randomly alternate yarns. So it's going to be very random. But all of these yarns have sort of a through line of having gray and brown. And so I'm hoping it'll just look good when you have it all together. Because I have one that's got like a crazy pop of color, and that one's going to be like right across my bust. I've got this one here. Oh man, I really just mixed up the colors, didn't I? I just went for it. This one is Mauve Mingle, which is weird because I don't really think of purple as a mauve, but, or I don't think of mauve as a purple, but it's, see, you've got brown and purple and some of the blue and more. You've got both that brown is a little bit gray, so you have a warm and a cool gray in it. It's very, very pretty. And I have one of Flashy Fuchsia. I love these names. So this is definitely a warmer gray, and you've got this bright, bright pink and this is another one of those where it's a long colorway that's spun two colors together. So it's and it's got a little bit of like a brown burgundy. It's definitely a warm brown. I love this yarn. It's soft to the touch. It feels lightweight but warm. I can't wait to use it. It's going to be so much fun. So finally, I have my purchases from the Unique Knits big sale that they have. I guess they have a twice annual sale. This is arguably first quarter, but I'm not going to be doing any more purchasing for a while, so I'm including it because this is the beginning of April. So it's not technically, you know, January through March, but whatever. Let's start with the sweater. So I am loving my So Faded sweater. It's a very therapeutic knit. It's very easy to knit. Even if the neckline is a little complicated, it's still very fun and easy to knit. So this is Unique Knits in Royal Oak, if you happen to know the place. Hopefully I'll be going. There's another place in Birmingham that I haven't been able to go to recently because they've been closed for renovations, but it's, you know, I pass by there on the regular, so I'm going to try and get in there. So anyway, I've been working on the So Faded sweater in the Hawthorn, which I was actually a little afraid you weren't really going to be able to see the fade on it, and it's actually a little better than I thought now that the yarns are all together. So I'll be showing you some progress on that when I do my What I've Been Knitting video sometime later this week. So this is what I ended up getting to do a short sleeve sort of, I don't know if it's going to be a tunic top or it just depends on how much I have, but it's definitely going to be more of a t-shirt style So Faded, because this is not something, I wouldn't say that this particular type of yarn would be good as a close fitting negative ease sweater. So this is Juniper Moon Farms Zoe. It is a cotton linen blend, which I adore. Knit Picks Cotton is one of my favorite yarns. And this color is Cocoa. And let's see what the put up is. So this is 3.52 ounces or 100 grams, and it's 284 yards, and it's 20 to 24 stitches on US 3 to 5 needles. So I may not actually be able to do the So Faded sweater. I might not be able to use that pattern on this. I may have to find a cute t-shirt pattern and just use the fading for it. So a top-down t-shirt, which it actually So Faded is so great. I've seen so many people that use the So Faded technique on lots of different patterns, and I think that's so fun. I think that's a really great way to use it. So that's Cocoa. This is Mainsail, which is a beautiful, beautiful navy. And then this is just color 10. It's black. It's black. Nothing special about it. It doesn't even have a special name. It's just black. And this is Rocky Mountain. And finally we have White Pepper. So I was thinking, because I would like to make my shoulders look a little bit broader. I feel like I have very narrow sloping shoulders and my waist look a bit smaller, that we're going to do black at the bottom, followed by the navy. Then we're going to use the mountain, what is it called? Rocky Mountain. So we have black mainsail, Rocky Mountain, White Pepper, and then I thought maybe the brown could go on the bottom, the cocoa, and I was going to fade them like this, or like this. I'm not sure which way I want to go yet, Maybe I will, I don't really want to mess with it too much when I'm doing the swatch. So I'm thinking that the brown looks pretty good on the other side. I think I want to start with the light color because then I'll be able to do what I want, which is make my shoulders look a little bit bigger. And this is the most ridiculous knitting thing ever, right? Like I can't even hold all the yarn I'm talking about. This is a problem. This is a real problem, you guys, but I don't need that kind of negativity in my life calling it a problem. So we're just not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to throw these in here for now. And last but not least, some of my more luxury yarns that I bought from the sale from Unique Knits. So they had a huge variety of yarns that were on sale. And this was, by and large, the hardest decision because I had a budget. Once again, my husband helps me stay on track so I don't spend too much. And I knew exactly how much that cost. I did a bunch of math. I'm like, okay, this is how much I need. This is how much I'm doing. And so I had enough to buy a couple of their luxury sale yarns. And you guys know how I like Roy G. Biv yarns. So I found this. Okay, this is Round Mountain Fibers Inspired by Nature. Superwash Merino. It's 100% superwash merino. And this is Golden Tailed Sapphire. All of these were based off of birds, I believe. And so this is the fingering weight. It's 100 grams, approximately 400 yards. I may knit myself socks out of this. This is so pretty. It's going to be socks or it's going to be a cowl. I don't know which. All I know is I want it on my body and it's for me. This is for me. This is one of those Roy G. Bivs that I'm keeping for myself. I don't care how much somebody would pay me for something made out of this. This is for me. I am in love with these colors. In love with them. Like, look at this. I mean, it's not your exact Roy G. Biv rainbow. You've got some kind of brown and soft colors here, but it does do, like, you've got, there's just no red, but you've got your orange, yellow, green, blue, which is, and then it goes into like this beautiful teal and, you know, blue, and then you've got dark purples and a blue purple. It's so pretty. I am in love with this yarn. It is superwash merino, which means it's going to be nice to the touch. And one thing I have noticed about superwash is it really takes color well. So can't wait to use this. And then this is Knitted Wit Fingering. And the color is Bold Mold, which it's just like, I read that name and I was just like, eh. But also it's so pretty. You guys know how I feel about green yarn. I still have my green here from the Yarn Box Socks. I haven't knit with it yet. I'm going to do the pattern that it came with. I don't know. Socks just haven't been inspiring to me lately, but I really am going to get into doing more socks. So this is 100% superwash merino wool, and this is definitely going to become either a hat or a cowl. It's not going to become socks. I like it. It's beautiful, and I know it's meant to be socks. It's not going to be a sock yarn. So this is 400 yards or 4 ounces, and it's another one of those yarns that you've got a good deal of the yarn doesn't have a ton of color. This has some little tiny speckles, and then the one side, the one end, has a ton of color. So that's why I was thinking maybe a hat, because I really liked how those hats turned out for the Gray Bonfire, which I'm going to talk about that when I'm done knitting all of my stuff from my Etsy haul. Remember, I did the Etsy hand-dyed yarns. I'm going to talk about all the things that I made out of those. I'm working on the second of the 5 projects, and I can't wait to show you guys. But I did use the Gray Bonfire, and the hats turned out really cool. I posted some on my Instagram, some pictures of them on my Instagram. I made 2 hats out of that one, and you'll see. Go check it out on my Instagram if you want to have like a spoiler, but you'll see when I do the video how cool these hats turned out. I'm looking forward to doing a lot of movie going this summer. There's a lot of really good movies coming out, so I'm going to be knitting myself a lot of things that I can wear in the movie theater when I'm wearing my cute little sundresses, because that is, I love my sundresses. I love dressing up and wearing cute dresses, but it's so cold in those movie theaters. It's so cold. So I'm going to knit myself some shrugs and shawls and scarves and things that I can wear that aren't going to make me overheat coming and going, but are also going to keep me warm enough when we're in the theater. So thank you so much for watching. I know this was another long one. I really appreciate everybody's time. I appreciate you guys coming back to my channel, and I hope to hear from you guys again soon. Let me know if there's anything that you really want me to do. I can be found everywhere except for Ravelry and Twitter as Be My Full Moon. So check out my Etsy, Instagram, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Facebook pages. And then on I'm sorry, and then on Ravelry and Twitter, I am Aorai. That's Aourai, and you can friend me on Ravelry. I'm always looking for new Ravelry friends. Make sure you got some pretty stuff for me to see on your page. And also, I don't really spend a ton of time on Twitter. So, anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.